dominating performance. Can you talk about your level of play from round 1 to round 2, what you saw today from what you had done 2 days ago?
Well, for sure, I used yesterday to, practice a little bit and get my rhythm. So I felt like I can play in a much more solid way, and I was making, for sure, better decisions.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Questions in English?
Congrats.
Thank you.
So when you play against someone who you have never played before or you don't have much information like today, what is your approach toward to this kind of a match?
It depends. Sometimes I'm just, following fully. I mean, I'm always following fully what my coach said, but sometimes I'm not checking. Sometimes I am, checking how my opponent plays. I'm watching some videos online, but not too much because I just want to know, what's her game style. But tactically, I'm still kind of, relying on what my coach is saying because he's the one, spending hours watching my opponents. And for me, yeah, it would be probably too much work to do, and it's better for me to recover between matches.
Really?
Iga, a few players have spoken about online abuse, hateful messages that they get. How do you think gambling has contributed to that? And do you see messages from gamblers after matches about the match you've just played?
Well, it happened a couple of times, but I gotta say that I'm not going to my other inbox. I'm only kind of seeing the messages from my close ones, the ones that I already accepted. So, but for sure, there is a lot of hate, and mostly I'm trying to be in internet and avoid that a little bit. So. How much gambling? I mean, I don't know the statistics. I've never made research about it, but for sure, people are really emotional when it comes to winning or losing money. So it has probably a big impact, but I don't know. I can't tell you like in numbers. I think it's kind of easy to check, but yeah, for sure, it's not easy for us players, and it would be nice if we can kind of do more as Caro did, for example, and kind of try to educate people, and also maybe in the future have some solutions as, using AI to make it safer for us, because it's not, I feel like we can't be on the internet and feel kind of safe anymore. You have to really be careful on what you're reading, who you're following, and yeah.
And what do you think of what the tour is doing to try to combat this?
Well, what the tour is doing, I mean, I know that there are some tools that, for example, Roland Garros offered for us, like this app we can have on our phone, and it's going to block the hateful messages, and it's going to also kind of learn with you when you're going to tag some messages as like hateful or comments, and I'm always kind of saying that this is really nice, and my team also has been kind of looking on, in my case, what kind of messages have been blocked or not, when we're using this app, and it would be nice if we had like more opportunities to use these kind of tools, because it's always some kind of a help.
I just wanted to ask you about the Olympics. I know you wanted to win the gold, but how joyful was winning the bronze after not getting into the final?
For sure, it was more joyful, than after, couple of days of like still thinking about the match that I lost, So I think I kind of needed to digest that, and after a while, I got much more, I was much more proud of myself, and I also realized, how much baggage I had on my shoulders, and I'm still happy that I could finish with a medal and kind of prove myself that that I could win a medal. Yeah.
In a strange way, and some people have said this, winning a bronze medal feels better than winning silver because you won your last match. It's a strange.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it was kind of bittersweet, and I didn't understand what's going on, right after I won this match. Yeah, because it doesn't happen often in tennis. And I would say in Olympics, in a normal situation, like normal tournament, finishing third wouldn't be, a good result for me. But at the Olympics, it feels a little bit different. And also being together on the podium and kind of feeling that we're kind of part of our sport and we're representing it. It really made it much better than on any other tournament.
I'm sorry I was late, and sorry if you're asked this already. You mentioned on the court that there were some things you worked on the last couple days since your first match. Did you work on anything in terms of psychologically, sort of attitude? You seem to have a sort of a different demeanor out there today in some ways.
It's not like I need to do that much work because I kind of have the tools, but sometimes it's just hard to use them. I couldn't really focus well on my first round match, and I wanted to improve that. And I gave myself like time and acceptance that, it may not be perfect, but step by step, I can, as you said, have better focus and have better mindset. So today was for sure a little bit better, yeah.
What are some of the ways you go about doing that? Is just talking to having a chat with yourself? Or?
Well, usually I don't feel well on court when I have like too big expectations, or because of that I make wrong decisions on court. So I just try to kind of reset and to remember that I don't have to like play perfect tennis all the time, and it's good if I make some mistakes, but I should just focus on improving, and that's it.
Okay. Les, in the back.
How you get Charlie Eccleshare from The Athletic. I just wanted to ask you said before about you don't like having kind of late nights necessarily and the importance of sleep to your recovery, and I just wondered how you manage your sleep and how important that is as part of the whole package.
Well, it's not like that I don't like late night matches, but for sure, it's harder for me to kind of recover, and I think it is for any player, I like, late night matches when it happens like once or twice per tournament, but I had more trouble with it when it was like 5 times in 2 weeks, as I had, in 2023 on like 2 1,000 tournaments. So yeah, it's not easy, but I feel like I'm handling it much better than 2 years ago. I have my ways, and also I understand it a little bit more, so it's not that frustrating, and it's easier for me to get back to sleep. But I'm drinking coffee before my match. I am sometimes taking energy shots with caffeine. So just it's not only about like mental thing. It's more also that your body is like full of adrenaline and this energy, and it's hard to get it down. But it's part of the job, Tennis is pretty hard sport in terms of that, because you can be scheduled in both ways, and you just have to be ready. And I think I have enough experience that I can handle it, but for sure it's just facts. We have less time to recover, and for sure you're gonna miss some hours of sleep.
Last question.
Sorry?
Do you regulate your sleep? Do you keep track of it? Are you aware of it, or are you more flexible?
I mean, I'm aware of everything at this stage. We're professionals.
Last question.
Some players have been talking about tennis is such a difficult sport to be good at, and what you have to go through to make it as a professional. Would you recommend tennis to young kids? Because some of these players would say, I wouldn't do that because it's just so hard.
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm gonna start thinking about it when I'm gonna have my own kids. It's hard for me to judge because I'm the one that actually made it. So for sure, it's not the easiest sport. Also, you need to like to be an individualist. I know many people that would fit better probably in some sport with a team. So I guess you have to. I mean, parents are to judge, and it would be nice if they wouldn't force this on a kid, because at some point their children are gonna kind of figure it out on their own, and they should just kind of look at them with open-minded kind of approach, and not being stubborn about just picking one sport, and that's it. But I don't know what I would say, honestly. I guess it always starts, from having fun, and then if the person is good enough, it may try being pro, and and then this person is going to become an adult and it will decide on its own. So yeah.
Okay. Thank